Alright, welcome back everybody. It's time for our second series of today. It's Fnatic versus Poseidon. We're here in Group D of WePlay action. WePlay, well, Lumi, we've come a long way. We've had 3 groups conclude. Group A with Mouse Quantic Flipside in second place, Kaipi in first. Group B, Empire and EG in second place. Group C was...
Alliance and Liquid?
Oh yeah, Liquid actually finishing top of that group in slightly surprising fashion. And Group D, we can take a look at the standings to see where things are right now. Fnatic and Na'Vi, the 2 big names in this group. Neither team yet to play a match, but we can already see a number of games underway. And, well, of the other 3 teams, there's one team who stands out, that being rox.kis, with a decent chance of maybe causing an upset and advancing from Group D.
I think out of all the groups, this is the group that, to me, for now, right now, has the, I guess, the biggest chance for upset.
Yes. At the same time, like, I remember, like, when we're in Group C, we're looking at Group D and being like, oh, this Group D is boring. It's going to be Fnatic Na'Vi, but... the way things have started, the way rox.kis played yesterday, it's kind of like, well, maybe it's not a guarantee, and also because Fnatic have been playing poorly lately. That's the other reason why we may see upsets.
I think like a couple of days back on Star Ladder, they were like 3-9 or something like that.
Yeah,
so...
I think they ended 6-9 after playing all 15 matches, but still, that's 6-9 for a team who was at TI3 finishing top 8.
But that's something to be... No, they didn't finish top 8, did they?
They finished tied 7th, 8th? I believe. Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fnatic top 8.
So they money. But something to be said that they were 3-9 and they became 6-9. So at least they win some games recently. It doesn't matter how you were a month ago when you're playing the matches now.
Yeah.
And the time is now for Fnatic. So maybe they're happy they're not in Group A, and they're in Group D because now's their time.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic Na'Vi would be like the ideal way to end things off as far as going into the playoffs. It would basically be the top 8 teams. Maybe not the top 8 teams currently in Western team, but the top 8, the biggest names in this tournament. I mean, there's no team you'd say, hey, maybe they should be in there. Like, I couldn't think of a single name who should replace any of those 8 teams as far as the top 8's concerned.
Okay.
But we'll hop ourselves into the Game 1 draft, see exactly how Fnatic are going to be doing. They get the Naga Siren early, and then, well, the good old Elder Titan comes into play as well.
Yeah, Poseidon is going to...
The first pick, Abaddon, that was actually like straight up first pick. It was the Naga Siren Elder Titan in retaliation. So, what makes Abaddon insta first pick material?
That's a good question. Because to me, he does not deserve any first pick material. We've seen where he's really strong is teamfight, especially when he helps out a high priority target, and that target stays alive a lot longer.
Yep.
A Photic Shield really makes this hero a lot more appealing than Omni Knight. The fact that you can actually debuff a stun is absolutely vital. Like, it doesn't matter if you get Beastmaster Roar, it does not matter if you get Naga and Snare. A Photic Shield from afar, allows you to get out of danger. But at the same time, he's a melee support hero. Yep. He's useless against a push. He doesn't do anything in a chaotic team fight in terms of crowd control. I don't think he's deserved of first.
I think the biggest thing that makes him stand out from Omni Knight, I mean, the debuff for Suns is fantastic, is the fact you can't actually just focus him and burst him down first. Yeah. The ultimate is actually, in some ways, like, if Omni Knight had Abaddon's ultimate, I think he'd be a better hero. Like, GA is nice and all, but I think Abaddon, his ultimate for a support hero is really important, because supports being burst down at the start of the fight can really greatly influence the fight, because supports are generally the squishiest heroes, even these melee strength supports. So
at the same time, though, some teams pick Omni Knight for the GA. So
yeah, that's true. But right now we're going to see Abaddon. I still agree he's not first pick material, but Poseidon obviously thinking maybe he can be, and we'll see exactly how it works out. And Fnatic go back for a Darkseer. They do have to worry about who they're going to be sending mid against the OD. They can do the Elder Titan offlane and pick a solo mid to go against OD, or they can just send the Elder Titan mid and just have him tough it out. The problem is, you lose all your intelligence, you can't actually spam that Astral Spirit like you'd like to.
Yeah, that's pretty a big deal there. But I'm just looking at the mid game for Fnatic. Look at how scary this team fight is.
Yeah.
I hope whoever's playing support for Fnatic, please don't mess up the Naga sleep. I've seen way too many of, like, canceling the sleep too late.
Yeah, quite a few today.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you have to practice. It's not like, we'll walk in the game, haven't practiced too much, and we'll try things out. So.
Alright. Well, Fnatic, they seem to be in slightly better form as of late based on their recent victories, but we'll see exactly how things go under them. I love that Fnatic, I mean, sure, they didn't finish, they finished in the top 8 at TI3, but they haven't made any roster changes. They haven't said, hey, our lineup wasn't good enough if we couldn't get top 3. They say, hey, look, we like where we're at. They're going to keep their roster and just keep moving forward with it. One of the few and only teams to do that, apart from Na'Vi and Alliance.
Are they the only team that have done that?
Apart from Na'Vi, Alliance,
I mean,
Fnatic.
going from 2000...
Oh, okay. From they've changed their roster a couple times over the last couple of years. Like they used to have, I can't remember who their other players were.
Twista?
Yeah, that was Twist.
Was it Fnatic Twista?
Um,
Like really
well, they had the
early.
other guy back in Hon. They had someone else, but yeah, they had Twister. They had, I can't even remember anymore.
But that's the thing, though. This lineup's been
Yeah.
together longer than any other lineup currently. That's like a relevant lineup, I guess.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's another lineup that's longer lasting
Okay.
than these guys. Not even Navi. Not
I'll buy
even
that.
The Chinese team. So
Yeah. And the Chinese teams are just play roster shuffle once a year.
yeah.
At least that, well, as of late, it feels like that. Yeah, so Fnatic are really consistent lineup, and ultimately what works for them is that they're good friends. They get along inside and outside of the game.
Mhm.
I mean, they may have their moments where they disagree, but it's not something which will ruin the team or their friendships even. I think it's actually quite important that you mesh and get along well with your teammates if you want to be a long-term successful team.
That's what Alliance keep attributing back to their successes. Is
Yeah.
like we get along well. We don't really get on each other's cases. We respect and trust each other.
Yeah.
So.
And
that
like
is
you
a
don't
big
even,
deal.
I mean, you don't see them like, I mean, obviously, like just from a few of the players I talked to, like they don't constantly play with each other in pub games outside of matches, but they're still good friends, and like you say, they respect each other. So
They just give each other massages.
yeah,
That's how you do well in tournaments.
all right. Team bonding. That was actually something which when I was managing N9 was like, Shaitan was. He was big on this. Team bonding is like the biggest thing to a team success. Like he would, whenever like we're like around as a team, he'd make us do like the most awkward random shit.
Like what?
It'd make people feel so uncomfortable. Like the best memory I have was, you know, Risk, the old team captain. He's this very conservative person. He doesn't drink, he doesn't party, and all this. And he's just, but basically, he got to the point where we're in a hotel room and Alex Shaitan made him sing and dance to the song Gay Bar as team bonding. Like it took him a good like 2 weeks of putting him up to it, but finally he sang and danced to Gay Bar, and it was a sight to see. I was turned on.
Okay.
So this
Did
conservative
the team bond better
Oh
afterwards?
yeah, it was a big moving forward. I mean, this is like this conservative Muslim who doesn't drink, doesn't do anything bad, and here he is dancing to the Gay Bar song.
Okay, fair enough.
It was my favorite moment of managing at Natural 9. It was good fun.
Okay. Well, we do know the Russians. They bond over a cup of whatever
Vodka. Yeah.
vodka. You know, and Poseidon is gonna add Treant Protector to their useless bidon.
You've got
What does this
the double,
lineup
it's
do?
the double shield. And you've got Astral to save people. You just need
Yeah,
a Shadow
Weaver.
Demon.
Yeah, AU
Shadow Demon
had a
Mask.
joke about this lineup before. Abaddon, Treant, OD, Weaver. We're like, you know, that lineup is possible, but we're never gonna see this lineup because it just doesn't do a damn thing.
Well, that's gonna be put to test here.
Holy crap, man! I just we have 3 more games after this.
Yeah, we got Fnatic versus Poseidon game 2, then Navi versus rox.kis. I'm looking forward to Navi rox.kis because if
yeah.
rox.kis pull off a win.
Yeah, I've been looking at Navi playing. I personally haven't cast them for quite a bit now.
Yeah. I mean, not since TI3, I guess.
Yeah.
All
So, what's your last pickup here? What's a hero that doesn't have a stun, guys?
I guess you've got your supports. You need a depending if Weaver's safe lane off lane. They've actually played this. This hero got banned out yesterday against them. And Vic is like, man, they played Drow Ranger lately. I'm like, what the fuck? Who picks Drow Ranger? Apparently, this is a hero Poseidon have used once or twice in Style Ladder and used in Scrim. So that's why Vic was useful in the cast. He's the Russian Dota expert, apparently.
I see.
He knows all about this hero.
All right, so you have Frost Armor diving with.
Dude, how does Drow die? How does any? I mean, obviously you can only be shielding like one hero at a time, but whoever's getting focused.
Yeah,
is
but
like,
how do they get any kills?
Dude, you know how much damage Drow Ranger does at level 6?
I guess so. You know, if there's one hero that you want to shield.
I wonder, does Astral Spirit cancel the Drow ultimate? Like, does that count as a hero nearby? That would suck for Drow if your ultimate gets cancelled by that.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
It shouldn't, I would say.
I don't even know what Drow's all do here because they kept freaking changing
It gives you a bazillion agility.
I know, but they changed it to like, oh, you have to be within this range, and then outside this AOE, and then it's global, and then it's not. I don't even know what's.
I think it was the precision aura got changed because it used to affect summons and whatnot.
Affect creeps as
It
well.
used to be global on creeps as well, so they made the creeps only short range, so
Okay.
you couldn't have familiars backdooring and doing all kinds of shenanigans. But
and then you have.
the ultimate gives you a bazillion agility, and if there's a hero in 375 AOE, it gets cancelled. So Dro, if you're fighting someone in melee range, suddenly becomes squishy as hell because you lose all your armor and you're doing no damage.
Cool.
So you kind of suck when you're in melee range.
I kind of noticed here what he kind of do, but you know, not really. And I didn't think I need to learn this hero ever because it's Dro Ranger.
Yeah. It's the most boring hero to play. Oh my god.
Alright, well.
Every time I ran into this hero in pubs, I'm like, maybe I'll give it a try, and every time I do that, I regret it.
When you say it's the most boring hero to play, I can't really tell which hero you're talking about on the Poseidon lineup, but we'll introduce all of them. It's gonna be Pub playing the Weaver. He's gonna go dual lane up top here with our Abaddon, who's being played by Sakura. Back in the mid lane, it's gonna be Obsidian Destroyer being handled by Tame My Wild.
Yep.
And then in the bot lane, it's gonna be TI3 carry for Virtus Pro.
Illidan Storm Rage.
Yeah, Illidan Storm Rage. Being supported by Jodam on Tree and Protector. So
look at Jodam's items. Where's all this money gone of his?
It's Courier,
Into
Wards,
the Weaver.
Salves. Weaver's got massive pulling. Like,
OD's got pulling. Both Weaver and OD have been mass pulled.
I mean, what do you do on supports that's just sit there?
Yeah.
You pull people, I guess.
I mean, he may as well be in Fountain right now if he's just tree arming people.
You can't do that because you get booted from the game. AFK for 3 minutes.
No, practice lobby doesn't happen.
Oh, that's right.
You're good. You're set.
So can I just pick CM, get the aura?
Did you see that Necrolite jungle thing?
Yeah.
The problem with that is you actually get an abandon.
You have to go into the lane for before 3
for
minutes.
Experience. Yeah, that needs to be fixed, man. They need to reprogram how you get those abandons.
Why do you have to be
I saw someone try it and they got an abandon. I'm just like, that sucks so much to be you. I mean, you kind of deserve it if you're pulling that shit off anyways. But
I saw the video for that and I love that video. He's like, oh, if you want to do some absolute useless shit, this is a video.
I hated that video. I mean, I didn't hate the video. Like, I liked the concept, but the guy seemed like
obnoxious as fuck. I love that.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm obnoxious as well. But alright, let's quickly introduce Fnatic before the creeps spawn. It's going to be Trixie. Seems like it's going to be the off-lane player playing Elder Titan. And the mid lane is going to be Hani playing Darkseer. Oh, he's going to have a tough time against OD. No Tail perhaps going to be helping out a little bit. He's going to be playing the Naga Siren. On the top lane, it's going to be Era playing Luna. And last but not least, going to be Fly playing Rubik.
Okay. Well, the next level Hon strats come out. The bottle first on Hani in the mid lane. Something Fnatic do every now and then. This isn't like a first time doing this. They do this.
Some sexy bambo shit going on.
Double Iron Shell right off the bat.
Yeah, when he uses solo mid, he goes the bottle first, and then he picks up 3 GG branch.
OD not going for those denies, and Darkseer, well, he's just hoping he gets the last hits. There we go. OD going for the denies now. He's going to get, looks like, 2 denies, and Darkseer not getting any last hits, so a bit unlucky there for the first creep wave for Darkseer.
Alright. Top lane here looks like they're going to make a go, I think. They see Pup coming in, Central will get
Tree and
strapped
armor?
down.
Is it
yeah,
there?
where's the lift? There's a lift, and they're going to toss him back. But he's so fast.
The shield actually, like, cancels the lift halfway through,
yeah,
I believe.
So he just...
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't think that we're going to get a kill either way.
Yeah, Trine actually hasn't even leveled up his living armor yet. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's say I don't know why. You may as well to help out.
You don't know if you want to Nature's Guys in the jungle, guys.
Nature's Guys, the Dro Ranger for like the Frost Arrow initiation.
That would be sick.
Yeah, catch the Elder Titan by surprise.
It would be pretty bad.
Gank middle lane using Nature's Guys. I don't know.
Gank middle lane to go for a surprise.
Jodam just killing the small cap at level 1. He almost goes down for it, but like, what else are you gonna do? If you're staying bottom lane, you're stealing experience. I guess he could pull this small.
Pull? Is it blocked? That's Elder Titan sending his spirits to block. Do they work?
It must be.
Does that work?
It looks like he has.
I'm gonna watch this because that would be pretty sick. If
how
it
else?
Works.
And how else was it blocked? Unless it was like an illusion rune or something.
I mean,
level 1.
Trixie could have body blocked it.
Yeah. That's true, but I mean, he's got a 1v1 matchup essentially. It doesn't look like he's missed out on too much experience. So.
All right, Trixie, we got 10 more seconds. Are you gonna send that spirit?
Yeah. He's got another clarity for himself.
No, he's not. The spirit's not gonna make it in time.
Okay. I'm not gonna see a block. Oh, he gets the boots. Maybe he could. No. He's too late. Well, I think just blocking it at 30 seconds and 1 minute is already more than enough damage. He sends it out a bit late, so there we go. It has spawned. Tree ain't gonna see this, and well, now Tree can go for those pulls. But this Poseidon lineup early game, like. They're just so annoying and hard to kill. OD 1v1 mid is sort of going to have an edge in most matchups as well. So all in all, Fnatic going to be a bit frustrated in the first 10 minutes of the game, but their mid-game teamfight is just going to be what makes up for it.
Yeah, well, if they ever find a team fight, because I'm pretty sure these guys are going to just play Dodge Dota.
I'm excited to see how the Dro Ranger comes into play. This is a hero we don't get to see too often. It was picked a little bit when it came out in Dota 1 at first, but then it received a couple nerfs, and teams kind of started realizing it wasn't as powerful as they once thought, and doesn't get played as much now.
If you want to pick a hero that gives you like consistently a ton of right-click damage, there are better heroes. Draw Ranger is not one of them.
What about Terrorblade when he comes out? Are you looking forward to that
What
hero?
the hell does he do anymore? I don't even know. Like,
Yeah,
it's been like 4 years we haven't played that hero.
I love the old like carry, the one with like Metamorph as one skill, Illusions as another, and
Yeah.
he still has Sunder as his ultimate.
Yes.
Okay.
And
You
then,
can't get- if you
and
get
then
rid
he
of-
has lifesteal.
Okay.
So he's first blood mid. OD gets it. I have no idea how, but sorry.
That was like a super deep first blood. Darkseer ran all the way to the top tier 2 tower. He died up here.
Where?
Up here. This little blood pool.
What the I'm sorry, guys.
TI3 Grand Final caster camera control.
I'm not doing the camera. For good reasons, perhaps. We call LDL. I think my camera's better than his. But he just don't let me
Ooh.
do it. Because I'm jerky.
Okay.
Yeah, my camera's actually pretty jerky compared to his.
Yeah.
His camera's smooth. But anyways, I want to talk about Terrorblade. Even though he's not in this game.
He's got the Conjure not the Conjure Illusions. It's that little spell which makes like the
Zeal?
invisible. Yeah, Zeal is the HP regen and attack speed, and then he's got well, I guess I should stop talking. Abaddon being chased down here. Sakura. He's actually, unless it's another telekinesis. Okay, he's in a lot of trouble.
Melee breaks and right click comes through. Nice body blocking coming out from Nota. They get the kill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't think you want to go for this, Weaver. Telekinesis. And there's no Mark Moana on a Nagasaren here, but the other kind of weird spell Terrorblade has is that thing where it makes like the invisible illusions that attack the hero.
Yeah.
And
I don't
also
know what
slows
that's
them.
called, but
And then he has a spell which I think he still has like some kind of a metamorph which also makes illusions of himself. Or is that no longer the case? Like they combined his metamorph and illusions into one spell.
Yeah, you make 2 illusions and you go into range form,
Yeah.
and then you still have Sunder, right?
Yes.
I love the lifesteal that you could walk after. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
That was
The life
amazing.
drain.
The
Yeah,
life
yeah.
drain, and you would walk after it. I would just go Radiance life drain.
Yeah.
Just walk into team fights.
That was a cool Terrorblade because like
Yeah.
you could go 2 different builds, which is the straight max life drain, or you just skip life drain and go the more carry build with
yeah.
illusions and metamorph. But
Okay.
this is what for you Dota 2 viewers who didn't play Dota 1 have to look forward to. A pretty cool like carry / semi carry and a good pushing carry hero as
Yeah.
well. Great, he was actually really good at pushing.
It was the Shadowblade Sunder into Dagon builds. What happened to those? those are legit pup builds.
I mean, excited for techies, but definitely excited for Terrorblade as well.
I think he's like such a not like Techie makes the other team not have fun playing Dota.
Yeah, with techies in the game, it just isn't really a Dota game. Like it
Yeah.
just changes everything, like the entire dimensions of the
I mean,
game.
I could see this lineup just instead of Draw Rangers, they'll have Techies mid or some shit. You're like, oh, God, why am I playing competitive Dota?
Yeah. Every now and then it would get pulled out in competitive Dota. Demons had 1 or 2 like replays up on Go-To Gamers
Yeah.
where he played some sick techies
Oh,
and won his team the
Wagamama
game.
does too. Wagamama plays safe lane Techies. I don't
But
know how it works.
He
but-
never had like great success against like top tier teams though, whereas Demon Knight would actually pull it out and win against top tier teams. Like,
Really?
Waga played a lot more techies, I'd say, but like never with, I'd say, great success. I mean, I think he won some games, but his team never had the success of Demon's teams.
All right, fair enough. Can't really dispute with that. I just want to say that the CS war is not really favoring Fnatic, as Draw Ranger and OD are pretty good laners. Especially when you have a Aphotic Shield as well as Living Armor. Mostly just Living Armor.
Yeah, I feel like that Weaver, the 2 kills that Fnatic got top lane really shouldn't have happened when you've got an Abaddon Weaver lane with Treant armor.
Yeah.
Giving away those really hurt.
Did you
Poseidon.
see if they wanted to get the kills? Like the Radiant team, did they die for these kills?
Yeah, they were actually trying to contest pulls a bit, and they just overextended, and well, the Dire team having Sentry Wards and the telekinesis just punished them for it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said.
You can only keep Weaver alive so long as Abaddon. Like, you use a shield like to maybe get rid of the ensnare, but then there's a telekinesis afterwards.
I mean, you have Mist Coil, but I think, yeah, it's like you said, with Living Armor, that should just not happen.
Alright, well, it's a free farm Draw Ranger right now against free farm Luna, more or less. Middle lane, OD handily winning this. He got the kill earlier on the Darkseer, and now he's got himself a 40 CS to 22 advantage.
I mean, OD's got 32 denies. Like, just, that's mind-boggling to even think about.
That's what happens against Darkseer, though, because he basically sets you up for the denies using Iron Shell.
I mean, he has to, right?
Yeah.
But Darkseer's actually doing okay, though. He's got level 7. which is not too bad considering it's actually even in terms of levels.
Yeah.
Because the denies doesn't hurt against a melee hero as much.
Yeah, OD going to disassemble his Tranquils and go back for the treads now.
Cool.
Fine with that. I like that decision. The HP from the treads can make him pretty hard to gank and just also give him a lot greater damage output once he has a point in the Arcane Orb.
Ooh, looks like we're going to see a little bit of diving action happening on the bot lane here. It's the Frost Arrow right-clicking, trying to toggle through it. Ursula is going to get used. One more shot's going to get the kill.
Plus 40 agility, man. That stuff is nasty. He's going to maybe go down here. The Darks is being blocked by his own creep. He finally wiggles his way around it.
What? What a juke, guys!
I think Hani just juked himself, to be honest.
Yes,
another TP. Nagasar, I think this is a 4-second TP, and as a result, I think Dro may actually survive this.
No,
that TP takes too long.
They got a vac, and look at the Iron Shell. It's doing work. Do we have another living armor?
He's got no vac. He's got level 4 Iron Shell, level 2 Surge. He's still trying to chase him down here. It's going to immediately get rid of the Tree Armor, and now Nagasar catches up. But they dive so far and hard for this one. OD should be looking to clean up here. He's got an Astral used on Nagasar, and Sandy's Eclipse needs another right click on Hani, and Hani's got a Surge.
Ooh, not going to get the last hit. He survives.
4 HP! That was so close. The bonus damage from the Astral. He gets 106 base damage. He almost killed the Darkseer there. And even the Nagasaran survived after the Sandy's Eclipse. If he used the Astral on the Darkseer, he gets that kill.
Okay, couple of questions. Why did that TP came in so late for the Dro Ranger? Could have easily turned it around. And more importantly, why did he Astral the Darkseer and then just nuke him? Because that would have been enough damage for the kill. He got greedy
and wanted both.
Yeah, and he got neither.
Doing that like quick math in your head as to how much ulti you'll do to a Darkseer is not that easy. Although Darkseer with pretty high intelligence is not going to take much at all.
Yeah.
Well, that hurts Tame My Wild because he rotated and didn't get anything out of that. He TP'd in, didn't get any kills, has to rotate back towards mid lane, but well, for the time being, Fnatic can be pretty happy with that exchange.
Oh, they're not done. Here comes the Dro Ranger with Frost Arrows. It's just Orb Walk,
Plus 40 agility.
Dead. Bam! Easiest gank of his life.
TP in with an instant. What's this actually going to do? Yeah, Dro, turn around. Exactly.
Alright, you want some?
This Dro, you get up to 130 damage, and just, you're a beast with the once you hit your ultimate. As long as there's no heroes in melee range.
Yeah, I mean, you know they say OD Treant. It might just be Drow Treant. Because Drow could actually just kill stuff.
And Drow's giving bonus damage to the Weaver at top lane as well as the OD at mid lane with that aura.
It's the double global strat, guys.
Yeah.
Better than double rainbow.
And it's based on the Dro's agility. So these heroes, Dro currently sitting on 100-ish agility. So a lot of bonus damage going the way of OD as well as Weaver.
I'm just waiting for the Ghost Scepter into EV Blue. Let's go. You Orb them down a couple bit, and then as they run away, you shotgun them.
Well, it's not really
the finishing move.
Shotgun normally implies there's like a follow-up nuke.
No, that is a follow-up nuke. And then you silence them if they don't die.
You need like a shotgun Dagon.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Dagon. Alright, Trixie lane switches. It's going to be no tail on the bot lane, which means nobody's in the bot lane. Dro Ranger going to hit himself up to level 11 very soon. Helm of Dominator gets picked up, so we're going to see a little bit of Ancient stacking. Dro could definitely Ancient stack.
Oh, it's already been Ancient stacking. I think this was just done before the...
Abadoon. Sakura doing a very good job.
Yeah. I don't think he can get much more than maybe one more stack off here. So he'll look to do that. Meanwhile, top lane looks like they have dived on the Weaver. Tree and Protector Armor, though, keeping Pub alive. Cassie really just unable to be brought down here. Luna did have the Eclipse if he wanted to go for it, but unable to do so. It looks like they may be just going to settle for a tier 1 tower instead. Fnatic also going for Ancient stacking of their own. So both teams with the Helm of the Dominator carry. Okay.
Yep.
That's why you don't lane switch.
Yeah, OD just kind of walk up top. Here comes a Dro Ranger. It's ganking. It's initiating. A Photic Shield comes here and fly. Silence up Sakuchi, not doing much. And, well, it's your TI3 carry from Virtus Pro. Illidan Storm Rage. Getting a ton of kills. And a tower denial.
So we call him TI3 carry, but we don't call Era TI3 carry?
Look. Look. Era actually
both of these TI3 carries.
Era actually Midas when Midas off CD, man.
Yep.
And he don't miss last hits that much.
I'll see where Fnatic look to bounce.
Armor. Where's the living armor in the mid lane? It's gonna be fine.
Elder Tanya not going to land his ultimate. The song is being used. They really want to get Tame My Wild here. Fnatic committing a lot to this one. Darkseer, Wall even. How many ultimates are they wanting to use? He's got a defensive Astral if he wants to use it.
Here comes Dro Ranger, the living armor turns it around, and you gotta ask yourself, now you know a Photic Shield and living armor on the map. This is...
OD just keeps fighting his own illusion. OD. He summons like 3 or 4 of his own illusions. They lose the Dro Ranger, and that was the Luna TPing in great rotation from Era.
Shot him, just walking. Oh, you're Tree, you don't walk into fights. What's going on here? So he's got an armlet for whatever reason as well. He's gonna get brought down.
He's got an armlet. What are you talking about, armlet?
Goddamn.
Like your armlet weavers.
Yeah, my armlet weavers. Medallion of Courage.
Lumi with his A's and B's getting mixed up.
Yes.
Weaver was pushing out midlane, but that's a huge lost fight for Poseidon there, losing Dro Ranger as well as the OD. Trent walking in like he had his overgrowth to maybe save people, but he was not level 6 yet.
Maybe he wanted to do a mind game. It's like, oh, Trin's walking in, everybody back off. No, they just kill you because it's Trin walking in.
Well, Era's 203 now, getting himself up to 83 last hit, so he's got himself a lot of farm on that Luna, but it's still like a tri-call lineup of Poseidon with, I mean, no real lockdown. Where are the stuns on this Poseidon team?
Exactly.
They've got overgrowth.
If
Era at mid, by the way.
If
he's being chased down by a 4-star OD. He's trying to juke using these trees. Succeeds in doing so.
Those 3 trees.
Stolen a Photic Shield by Fly as well.
Yeah. He stole it in a previous team fight when they won that one.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how earlier I count the number of stuns on the clockwork? There is maybe a quarter of a stun on the Radiant lineup.
Overgrowth only counting for a quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I'd agree on that.
Because you could cast out of it. And it looks like Papa's going to find himself yet another kill in Trixie.
It's also got a 70-second cooldown, so, I mean, in that sense, it's not the best stun. But we do see Dro Range dealing with this Ancient stack, probably just so he can restack it as soon as possible, because they'd pretty much reached maximum stacks, and he does this so easily. He's sitting on 200 damage with his current items.
Yep. And he doesn't actually lose. He's going to stack one. Oh, no.
Dragon. Didn't quite get the aggro right.
Dragon pretty troll.
Unfortunate. Darkseid trying to finish off his mech, going to find the rune at 14 minutes. This Darkseid hits level 11 after that last team fight as well, so he's got himself a ton of experience all of a sudden.
Is Hani going for the Hani build? No, he's actually not doing it. The
Is
Hani
that the
build
boots of travel?
No, that's maxing Surge before even taking a single point of vacuum. But obviously, even if he loves that build, this is not the game to do it because look at the AoE team fight. They are relying on that vacuum.
Alright, well, it is going to be level 2 Wall of Replica once he hits at level 12. Right now, just sitting on the 2 points of Surge. And, well, the Dire team, they're going to kill off their Ancient stack as well. Not anywhere near as big as what Poseidon had stacked up, but this is still decent gold, decent farm for Era, who's got himself a Yasha, and is sort of working his way up to his next couple of items here. Trixie's struggling on the Elder Titan, though. He's only level 8.
Yeah, he's 0 and 5. Like, he's had a very tough time on the offlane. I gotta say, this is a game for Rubik. He's gonna have a ton of spells to seal. A Photic Shield, Living Armor. These are the reason you picked these particular heroes.
Triad went back for a Quelling Blade? He didn't have this last fight, did he?
No,
I saw the armlet on him, but I never saw the Quelling Blade.
He's using it to D-ward.
Okay.
Because as a melee hero, you can't D-ward.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Oh, Trixie at bottom lane. He may pick up his 6th death here, and it looks like he will. Dang.
Life is tough.
Dro Ranger and Luna, like, mirroring each other's items. Both with Treads, Yasha, Helm with the Dominator.
I could say that they're mirroring the plus damage as well, but one person's got like 30 more agility.
200 damage versus 150-ish.
Yeah.
I have to see how Dro Ranger's... I mean, Dro Ranger obviously not offering the same quite damage output as far as Era having Eclipse as well as Lucent Beams to help out.
Yo, man.
But
Dro Ranger's got the prevention.
I'm happy to see Dro Ranger in the meta.
Well, calm down here.
Well, maybe not.
One game does not equate meta.
Look, one game in WePlay. There's been 1 or 2 other games. This hero got banned yesterday against... Look, if this hero's getting banned out against Poseidon, it's in the meta.
Okay.
Come on now.
Until Navi's banning them against,
against Alliance or something. then maybe.
Then it's in the meta.
See some Dendy solo mid-Dro Ranger.
I would pay money to see that. Buy a ticket for that. Which, by the way, WePlay is selling tickets. $7.99.
With the beautiful WePlay HUD.
HUD.
And it's no longer called Justin Bieber, but there's a little Beaver courier.
Beautiful is a relative term. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
Subjective term, sorry.
Yeah, that's like relative to what?
Yeah.
Don't worry. And you and Armlet and Medallion's getting constantly mixed up today. But we're going to see towers being traded here, and right now the tier 2 tower at mid, a much bigger pickoff if Poseidon can get this. They don't really care about their tier 1 bottom that much.
This is where the team fight happens. Here we go. TB's coming in.
Odie's got 4-staff mech and defensive astral. I don't think he's fine here.
If you get Earth Splitter,
easy.
Misses.
Easy dodge. He can turn around and send his Eclipse. This Dro Ranger going to lead things off. He gets a 3-hero silence. The wall from the Darks is there, though. Unfortunately, the rest of his team can't cast a single spell. Mech gets popped, and I think Poseidon, if they want, can re-engage. There is a couple illusions to deal with, but it looks like Poseidon decided to take the safe route, back off for the time being, and don't try and re-engage.
Okay.
Neither team getting any towers.
I'm very confused. Is Precision Aura not an aura you could get if let's say you have a Shadow Demon or a Darkseer wall. Because I was checking on the damage on the Fnatic heroes, and it didn't seem like they had the draw aura. I'm not sure
I
that's...
imagine you should be able to get it. It could have been... Actually, it's based... The problem is it's based on the Drow's agility.
Exactly.
So it'll be based on, like... If it's trying to base it off the
Treant.
illusion's agility, it may, like, mess up a bit.
Oh, it looks like Astro coming out from both sides defensively. You can see that Jadem is waiting. He's Quelling Blading for these. He's not for D-warding. He's trying to cut out this tree and get ready to overgrowth. Here we go, here we go. Jadem walking in. Eclipse trying to get cast. Silence gonna zone that.
Immediately blows up the Naga Siren. Even if Naga Siren's alive, they had no Song of the Siren. Eclipse goes down, but this is looking bad. They actually a stolen Astral Fly, keeping the Luna alive a bit longer, making sure he gets the full Sanity's Eclipse damage off, but even so, Luna goes down. Rubik surviving on less than 50 HP. Don't need stuns indeed.
Look at them, they're just rolling Fnatic.
This Tricor is just so tough to fight. The main problem is Fnatic can't fight. Having stuns does not matter against this team. They're just so durable. The mech, the Force Staff, the Astrals, and then the double shield from Treant and Abaddon. Sure, you can't lock your opponents in place, but how do you actually die? You just straight up push, and they're going to get Rax's 90 minutes in the game. Poseidon, well, causing maybe a bit of an upset here in Game 1 against Fnatic.
Man, is this game just over? Is there a way Fnatic can make a comeback here?
One set of Rax is not the end of the world, but the main thing is it's 90-minute Raxes. So this is... They're going to be constantly dealing with this top lane pushing in with minimal items. And
obviously the creeps throughout the rest of the game is going to be giving very, very little gold. And obviously I'm going to see everybody reset for the Radiant side. They're going to just push the other lanes. Drow Ranger, what items are you working on? It's going to be a Yasha into a BKB, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then Pub's working on what seems to be a Lincoln Sphere. And then OD is going to be getting your standard 4-staff mech into a BKB or into a Hex, something like that.
Yeah, the Hex maybe going to make up for their sort of lack of disable. BKB completed on the Drow Ranger, and with this they can maybe go into the Roshan pit, grab the Aegis, and then go for another push here. There is no Song of the Siren for 12 seconds, but that'll be back up in no time, as well as the Darkseer ultimate is back online, so Poseidon do want to be fairly careful with what they do here.
Okay, stealing Ancient Stack coming out, and we do not have AoE teamfights online yet for Fnatic. They have wall, Song's gonna come out here. But the thing is, it's hard to actually focus on one hero. Splurf coming out. BKB.
Insta BKB.
Silence.
Arrow not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage. It's actually Arrow getting locked in place by an Overgrowth. He's the only hero caught in it, but...
GG. Straight up.
Whew. I think they... I mean, the game not... I feel like it's not 100% over, but losing Raxus this early on is just so crippling that Fnatic know this is just almost next to no chance of turning this around.
Alright. I mean, that one team fight they had in the mid lane, where they drop Wall, Song, and Earth Splitter for an OD. OD just astraled and his teammate and came and cleaned up. What about that one team fight near the tier 2 tower? Was it even a team fight?
The one at top lane?
No, at tier 2 tower. Like the ramp, tier 2 mid.
Okay, yeah.
They Song the OD, but OD just like self-astral and 4-staff himself out.
They just don't have the ability to kill whoever they initiate on. It's the main problem for Fnatic. They have to try and spread the damage, so they can't overcommit on one hero. Against a lineup with Treant as well as Abaddon to protect whoever you focus on, you can't just say, hey, let's go all in on one hero, which they should be okay at, because they've got the Darkseer with a vacuum wall of Replica, but I think they tried to fight too much when they should have been farming for the late game, because late game they do a lot better. Elder Titan ended the game level 8, so this was a very under-leveled Elder Titan from Trixie, and they just they had such a bad early game, but I think that's unavoidable, because you're against Drow, OD, Weaver. This is the two OD and Weaver both getting bonus damage from the True Shot Aura, Precision Aura.
And Drow had a free lane.
Yeah.
Like, as free as it gets.
And then the two heroes who have the tougher lanes, which is your OD mid, your Weaver off lane, they've got Shield as well as Living
OD
Armor.
didn't have the tough lane.
Yeah.
He got a Darkseer in his lane.
The only hero with a tough lane is Weaver, and he's got Abaddon next to him. Treant Armor. So
and they still died. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake, actually, from Poseidon. If that doesn't happen, Fnatic get even less from the laning stage.
Yeah, but I think this is one of those games of how you want to have a Drow Ranger play. Not exactly the heroes she's paired against, but the pace of the game. Drow Ranger peaks faster than most other carry in terms of damage output, around that 12, 13 to 16. She is really stronger than
got
a
like
lot of...
we saw like 2 solo kills there just on that Elder Titan.
Yeah. You could do that all day with Drow, and you have to end the game soon, because once you go past the 30-minute mark, she really falls off.
Yeah, I think Fnatic's biggest weakness here was the solo heroes they chose. Like having a mismatch in both with they're both solo heroes. Elder Titan obviously can't stand up to draw Ranger. Darkseer can't stand up against OD, and having a mid hero against OD who can't stand up is okay, but Darkseer can't just get level 6 and then go ganking like a pup can. Darkseer has to keep on farming for his mech and keep on trying to get his level 10, level 11. They needed a mid hero who could maybe just go and gank, whereas Darkseer is not really that hero.
Yep.
We'll see if Fnatic can bounce back, though. They need at least one win here, I feel, if they want to advance.
I mean, it's looking like it might be rox.kis and Poseidon fighting out for the second place.
Yeah.
If Fnatic loses a couple more
all
games.
assuming Navi brings their A game as well, so... Well, anything can happen, guys. We're going to take a quick break and have Game 2 coming your way fairly shortly.